Check, Brian, are we good?
To the zone semifinals between the high-level Bears and your Crete Lancers. Starting first, with the starting five for the visiting Bears. Number 3, Andrew Onaya. Number 6, Jameson Gibson. Number 7, Aiden Clark. Number 11, Cyril Alano. And number 12, Nathan Riot. And the starting five for your Crete Lancers. Starting first, number 2, Nolan Charles. Number 3, Sean Number 10, Dylan Peters. Number 13, Lucas Wolf. And number 14, Chase Newdorf.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome and thanks for tuning in to the NWASAA 2A Boys Zone Basketball Championships. We are in the semifinal number 2, the Crete Lancers against the high-level Bears. This is a divisional FVSD matchup. And we're going to get started on a foul right off the hop here. Nathan Rideout, a little physical contact there on Nolan Charles. Charles is going to go to the line for 2. First foul on number 12, Rideout. Charles breaks the goose egg off the scoreboard. It's 1-0 Lancers. Nolan had a solid game last night in the first game of the tournament for the Lancers. I think he finished with about a dozen points last night. Second of 2 is no good. Rebounded there by Newdorf. Newdorf puts it in for 2. Chase Newdorf took a long time to get on the board last night. Getting it out early here. Once again, as traditional, the LCPS Lancers in their 1-2-2 full court press right now. Caused all kinds of problems for the Hillside Cougars yesterday, early on in the game. Let's see if they can have similar success today here against the Bears. Ball over to Rideout on the left side, inside to Oriah. Rideout with a shot fake and a little shot mid-range, no good, a little strong. Rebounded there by Sean Peters. Out on the right side, over to Nolan Charles. He looks inside, but back out to Newdorf. Newdorf for 3, no good. Rebounded there by Wolf. Wolf back up and out to Dylan Peters, over to Charles. Back in the corner for Newdorf. Another shot of 3, a little strong. Rebounded there by Milana. And the Bears are going to try to settle this down once more. Deflected pass there by Nolan Charles. Milana back on the inbound here. Over to Gibson. Gibson back to Milana. Gives it up in the corner to the right at a long 3. Way short. Air ball. Lancer ball once again. Most definitely. All right, Dylan Peters across the half-court line over to Sean Peters, a long three-pointer. A little short off the glass, no good. Rebounded there by Araya. Back up to Rideout on the right side. Rideout's crossing over, step through. Ball is deflected off the hands of Gibson and out of bounds. It's going to be Lancer ball once again. This lineup is 5 grade 12 students for the Lancers. Hoping to make one last push for provincials before they graduate here in a few months' time. Neudorf inside to Lucas Wolf, a little strong on the rebound or on the layup, no good. Rideout over to Gibson. Gibson looking inside, nothing there. Pass it to Milana. He cannot control the pass, out of bounds. Once again, going to be Lancer ball. And Dylan Peters once again gets the ball across half court, looking inside for Wolf. Wolf looking for a cutter. Nobody there. Pass is deflected out of bounds. It's going to be Lancer ball once more. Good defense there by Araya. Managed to get his hands on the ball. Peters in the corner, back up to Wolf. A little give and go action there. A little throw shot. Good by Sean Peters. See if that can translate to some quick transition baskets for the Bears. Thus far unsuccessful. Dylan makes a good choice, getting the ball out of trouble there. In the corner for Peters. Peters fakes the shot. A little mid-range shot once again, a little strong. Rebounded there by Peters, but unable to come up with it. Araya with the ball in his hands. Back up to Milana now over the half-court line. Milana, a little dish out top to Rideout. Rideout for three. That's a little strong and off the mark. Rebounded there by Nolan Charles, looking to push the ball up. Here comes Neudorf. Neudorf in the corner for Peters. Back in the middle for Wolf. Wolf kind of mishandled the bounce pass there. Turnover. Gibson for the Bears. Turnaround jumper, no good. Rebounded there by Gibson once again. Milana for three. And that is too strong. Good rebound there by Chase Neudorf. Back up. Charles up to Wolf to Peters. Peters looking for other Peters. Sean not there. Nolan Charles inside. That's going to be a foul on the floor to number 3 from the high-level Bears, Andrew Araya. His first of the game. All right, Nolan Charles is going to try to get the ball inbounded for the Lancers here. See if they can get an easy bucket on the transition, and they can. Chase Neudorf there with his second bucket of the afternoon. Now up to 4 points for the Lancers. Rideout claims he's been hit in the face. No call. Rideout a little bit of a demonstrative individual. Goes to try to get a shot, unable to score. Peters inside, he's a scoop layup, but that's going to fall for 2. Milana guarded there by Charles. Over to Rideout, looking for Araya. Once again, his pass is deflected up to Peters, but that is out of control. Gibson's got the ball. Gets the ball over half for the Bears. Gibson looking inside, nothing there. Over to Milana, back over to the right side for Rideout. Trying to get Neudorf to bite on his shot fake, a little deep, or strong on his three-point attempt. Rebounded there by Dylan Peters. Sean Peters once again in the corner, loses control of the ball. That's going to be blue ball. Lancers playing with some pace. Decent defense thus far. Milana dribbling into a double team there. Going to get called on the foul there to Sean Peters, who happened to just be in the wrong place at the wrong time as Milana was trying to step through. First foul of the afternoon to the Lancers. Milana to Gibson. Up top to Rideout. Rideout looking inside. That was Clark his first touch of the game. A little too much dribbling there by Nathan Ryder, and loses control of the ball. We're 5 minutes into the first quarter here. Lancers leading 9-0. We've got the first reinforcements coming off the bench here in the next stoppage of play. Sean Peters in the corner to Charles. Charles for three. It's a little strong, no good. Rebounded there by Gibson. Fast break opportunity. Sean Peters doing well to stop ball. Gibson looking for Rideout. Over to Araya. Araya for 3 points. That's no good. A little strong and off the mark. Rebounded there by Wolf. Wolf. Peters got the ball. Ball over to Chase Ludor for three. A little strong. Rebounded there by Araya. Araya's got the ball. Gets it across half line. Milana was there, making sure he waited until he was over half before passing the ball. Rideout guarded there by Nolan Charles into Clark. Back out to Milana. Milana for three. No good. The Bears are settling for a lot of three-point shots thus far and just unable to get calibrated. Dylan Peters in, dishes it back out to Chase Newdorf. Newdorf, again, a little off. Battle for the rebound there, picked up by Nolan Charles. Lots of contact down there, and it looks like we're going to get called on a foul. 2 shots. Aiden Clark from the Bears picking up his first foul of the game. We've got reinforcements coming in on both sides. We've got ourselves Sawyer Price, 14 for the Bears, as well as Francis Milana, number 2, coming in for the Bears. Cade Newdorf, 15 for the Lancers. Ourselves a 1 for 2 there by Lucas Wolf, his first point of the afternoon. Nolan Charles with the ball, almost travels there. Looking to get the ball inside to Lucas, no good. 6 shots, seconds on the shot clock. Logan Dick just coming off of the bench, gets his first shot, but it's no good. Rebounded there by Araya, Andrew Araya up to Francis Milana. Milana on the right side, back to Araya now. Sawyer into Clark. Clark looking for Gibson. Gibson met there by 2 tall trees in the paint. 3 of the key is the call. Great defense there by the Lancers. Another turnover. Lancers pitched the shutout here thus far. 3 minutes and 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Dylan Peters over to Logan Dick. Dick across the key over to Nolan Charles. A little mid-range shot, no good. Rebounded there by Logan Dick, I believe. It was knocked out of bounds there by Gibson. Going to be Lancer ball. Gibson with the ball. Over to Clark. Clark looking to get inside. A little out of control. Likely a bit of a blocking foul there by the Lancers. That's 12. Logan Dick, his first foul of the game. Being a little slow to move his feet there potentially. Looking to break the goose egg here for the Bears. Number 7, Aiden Clark. His first of 2 is good. We've got ourselves a 10-1 game. Clark lines up a second of 2 here. And he makes good on both of his opportunities. Dylan Peters with the ball, trying to get things organized. There's all kinds of movement happening inside the paint here for the Lancers. Cade over to Charles. Charles for 3, it's way strong. Probably not the best looking shot there for them to take. Francis Milana in the key, a little runner. Bounces around the rim, no good, falls out, but it's rebounded there by Milana. Milana trying to find a teammate that is invisible at this point in time. Nobody there. Ball thrown out of bounds. Lancer ball.
Even though they broke the shot there, Dale, it's still very, very strong defense.
Peters inside for Wolf. Wolf back out to Peters. Trying to get in the corner. A little mid-range shot. Falls around the rim. No good. Tapped out of bounds by the Bears. It's going to be Lancer ball. There's a little chat there about who it went off of. I think Logan said it was off of him. Refs have changed their mind. Get the ball back to the Bears. Bears across half court. All kinds of chaos there. Good hands there by Logan Dick. He gets the steal and the 2 points. Full court pressure causing all kinds of trouble for the Bears thus far. Another ball deflected. They've got about 4 seconds left to get this ball over half. 20 seconds left on the shot clock. Sawyer Price with the ball in hand. Gets it across the line, but not held well there by Clark. Unfortunately, he thought he lost it there, but he managed to get the ball over to Oriah. Another pass off the hands. Lancers bringing it across the board. Cade Newdorf taking the shot into Lucas Wolf. Lucas Wolf trying some post moves here. Double team there. Charles back out to Dick. Dick looking inside to Wolf. Wolf a little right or left-sided spin there. Lost the ball. Clark, number 7, into the paint. Dishes it off to Sawyer Price. Price trying to find some contact there with Wolf. No good. His shot. Rebounded by Wolf. Wolf finds the outlet over to Peters into Newdorf. Newdorf with a 2-foot step through, and he does get fouled. He's going to go to the line. 14. Fouls on Jameson Gibson for the Bears. His first of the afternoon.
Lancers are definitely committed to big ball play here, there, Dale. It's a lot of in the paint and looking for those layups. Not afraid of contact, that's for sure.
It's a physical game, boys and girls. Basketball is a contact sport. Cade Newdorf with his first is good. He's got 1 more to go here. Struggled from the free throw line last night. Shot the ball really well everywhere else, though. And he converts his first 2 shots from the charity stripe this afternoon. Oriah looking for Gibson. Gibson's pass is deflected there by Peters. They're going to try this all over again, except they did get it over half. Francis Milana, that is. A grade 10 student for the Bears. Over to Oriah. Oriah back to Gibson. Looking inside, nothing there. Oriah inside the paint. Little step through, met there with contact and finishes well. Great shot there by Oriah. It falls for 2. His first bucket of the afternoon. Cade Newdorf at the top. Lots of dribbling happening here. We got to pass the ball. Logan Dick back up top again for Peters. Peters into Wolf. Wolf over to Charles. Goal baseline. Cade Newdorf mid-range shot. It's a little off. Oriah with the rebound. A little dish over to Gibson. Gibson met there by Dylan Peters. Back out to Oriah, which is going to be good for 3. He's now on the board for 2 quick points. The Bears have shaved the deficit down to 7, halfway. Nolan Charles going into the hole, gets met there by a ton of contact, and Aiden Clark once again is going to get called on some incidental, or a little extracurricular contact. His second foul of the afternoon. Charles has already been to the charity stripe once this afternoon and makes good on his first of 2. He went 1 for 2 his first trip to the line. His second shot again, like the first time around, was off a little bit. Cade with all kinds of contact underneath there. No call. And the last second desperation shot falls short. After 1 quarter, 10 minutes of play, the La Crete Lancers leading the high-level Bears 15-7. They're about to dwindle down to nothing.
It seems like so far, Dale, a game of big ball versus small ball, and big ball is winning it right now. Crete is absolutely carrying in both paints, offensive and defensive side.
Well, the Bears' full court pressure has been absolutely effective thus far. Bears have struggled, especially deep in the backcourt. They've struggled to get the ball, to get good passes, lots of deflections.
Absolutely.
A couple steals.
It seems like the Crete has shut down the paint on offense, and they've tried to go for the perimeter. Not been too successful so far.
Well, as soon as the Bears decided to go back inside, instead of settling for that easy three-point shot outside, they've been more successful as well. So see if
it changes.
Trend continues to
see
go
if it changes.
All right, we got ourselves Gibson up top, met there by Sean Peters. Lots of contact with Milano. Francis Milano, that is. Gibson over to Araya. Araya fake shot. Travel is called on the play. Turnover. Lots of unforced turnovers here by the Bears thus far. See if the Lancers can capitalize. We do have a substitute on the floor. Quinn Faulkner for the Lancers, making his first appearance of the game. Quinn is a dynamite outside shooter. Played well last night. First shot there by Sean Peters, no good. Rebounded by Cade Newdorf out to Dylan Peters. That ball is going to be a little strong. Rebounded there by Araya. Back over to Price. Price managed to hang on to the ball. Ball over half court, picks up his dribble, finds Gibson. Gibson over to Francis Milano. Francis back, trying to get the ball there to Gibson. Met there by Lancer defenders. Managed to get the ball off, but shot is no good, and it's rebounded. Cade Newdorf looking for Peters. That was successful. Dylan going forward here. Sean Peters looking inside, seeing if he can find some space to move. Quinn with a little fake, goes inside, ton of contact, no call. Rebounded by Sean Peters, his shot's no good. And Dylan Peters grabs an offensive rebound that he is quite notorious in doing. It's called a held ball. It's going to be white ball right here. Inside to Newdorf, his shot's no good. Offensive rebound to Sean Peters. Peters out to Newdorf for three. It bounces around and falls. His first three-pointer of the afternoon. Chase Newdorf, Lancers' high scorer right now, a 7 thus far. Francis Milano over to Gibson. Gibson over to Sawyer Price on the far right side. Price, three-point shot, no good. Dylan Peters with the ball, trying to get the ball across quickly. Sees a lane open right down Broadway and unable to finish the shot. Andrew Araya with the ball now, met there by Sean Peters. Gets the ball in the corner for Francis Milano. Milano across the key over to Price. As Price pass inside is intercepted there by Quinn Faulkner. Quinn has the ball stolen out of his hands by Gibson, and Gibson goes in to score his first 2 points of the afternoon.
It's a bit of a mishap there.
It's 18-9 Lancers thus far. Peters with the ball, now over to Chase Newdorf. Back to Dylan Peters on the left side of the floor. Peters managed to swing it across. That pass intercepted there by Gibson. Gibson finds Clark, who runs right into Newdorf. Nothing there. Gibson patient there on the rebound, nothing there. And Cade Newdorf are now with the rebound. We've got 2 Peters and 2 Newdorfs on the floor here for the Lancers. We've got a foul on Sawyer Price, his first of the afternoon. A little bit of a push there on the defensive player. The referee's going to go over and give him a bit of a warning. We've got a sub coming in here. Dylan Peters is going to take his first set of the afternoon. Nolan Charles is coming in. This should become easier now that there's one less Peters on the floor. Cade Newdorf over to Quinn Faulkner. Faulkner looks up his 3-point shot, no good. Swings it back over to Newdorf. Back up to Cade and Newdorf. Faulkner drops the ball, 3-point shot. It's off the rim and no good. O'Reilly up the left side for the Bears. Looking inside there. A good pick set there by Clark. Price up top. Trying to find Milana. Milana for 3. It's good. Francis Milana on the board. His first points of the afternoon.
Seems like the perimeter game is starting to wake up for the Bears there, Dale.
It's 18-12. Lancer lead. The Bears have been resilient after having an incredible difficult time scoring to start the game. Sean Peters for 3, bounces around the rim, falls no good. Rebounded there by Francis Milana. Milana number 2 for the Bears, grade 10 student. Comes in with some pace. Great pass into Clark inside, and Clark makes no mistake. Puts up his 4th point of the afternoon. It's 18-14, a 4-point lead now. Faulkner there. Gets the ball over to Peters. Peters looking inside. A little layup is good. Sawyer Price inside for Araya. Araya a little out of control, but does find Clark. Clark goes up. Rebound. Shot no good. Rebounded there by Chase Newdorf. Chase running the point here. Lots of pace up the middle. A little fake there, and it looks like you're going to have 2 shots. I think Francis Milana was hoping that he would have called the offensive charge there. Not this time around. Chase Newdorf's going to go to the line and shoot 2. Cade Newdorf coming off for the Lancers in place of Lucas Wolf. Chase makes good on his first of 2. It's nice seeing Chase on the score sheet here early in the game.
Absolutely. Defensive affair so far, though.
And he falls through for another successful free throw attempt. Clark over to Milana, met there by Peters, but he gets it over the line. Milana fights off Faulkner, gets it over to Gibson. Gibson up top to Price, Price inside to Clark. Clark layup, it's good. Aiden Clark, been effective here in the second quarter. Chase Newdorf for 3, and he splashes it. It's good, his second 3-pointer of the afternoon. Sawyer Price loses control of the ball and is tipped out of bounds. It's going to be Lancer ball. Quinn Faulkner coming off in favor of Logan Dick. Logan Dick, number 12, a bit of a defensive menace for the Lancers. He's got quick hands. Caused a little bit of kerfuffle in that first quarter.
Tends to be the lead on the fast break, too.
For sure. Good swing by the Lancers across the ball inside now to Wolf. Wolf met there by 2 or 3 defenders and loses the ball. Mariah looking inside there for Gibson. Gibson mid-range shot. It's good. Jamison Gibson, hits his second shot of the afternoon. He's got 4 now. Sean Peters in the corner looking to swing the ball back up to Chase Newdorf. Newdorf crosses over Milana, back up to Sean Peters. Peters fakes the shot, goes inside, little drive, and puts it through. 4-2. Sean Peters now with 8 points in the afternoon. Francis Milana's pass a little offline, misses his teammates and throws it out of bounds. It's going to be Lancer ball. The Bears had to whittle down the deficit to 4 points. Lancers now have gone It scored 5 points uncontested by the Bears. 3-point shot by the Chase Newdorf, no good. Rebounded there by Lucas Wolf. Wolf inside. Ton of contact by Sawyer Price. That'll be his second foul of the afternoon. And Lucas Wolf is going to go to the line for another 2 shots. Shot looks good by Lucas Wolf. His second free throw that he's made all game thus far. And this time he betters his first trip to the line by going 2 for 2. Aiden Clark across half court finding Araya. Araya met there by Lucas Wolf. Nothing there. Chips it outside for Gibson. 3-pointer not good. Offensive rebound there by the Bears. 3-point attempt now by Sawyer Price. It's a little offline. Rebounded there by Chase Newdorf. Gets the ball up quickly to Nolan Charles. Logan Dick, and Logan just cannot hang on to the ball. Great opportunity goes awry for the Lancers. Gibson over to Price. Price met there by Logan Dick. Pressure is not successful, but the Bears throw it out of bounds. They've been throwing the ball out of bounds a lot this afternoon. Cole, I'm not sure if it's related to the pressure that the Lancers are putting on the ball right now.
Well, the full pressure going on and off it is tough to transition, right? So
Newdorf over inside to Dick. Dick back up top to Sean Peters. Peters goes inside, drives. Mid-range shot, falls, it's no good. Rebounded there by Logan Dick. His shot goes no good. Off of Lucas Wolf, and it's going to be Bears ball. 29-18, Lancers lead with 2:55 remaining here in the second quarter. Sawyer Price gets the ball inside Aiden Clark. Clark met there by Lucas Wolf, but he managed to get around it. Clark for layup, little short, contested there by Chase Newdorf. Newdorf gets the ball with a head of steam halfway through. Sawyer Price thinks he got the contact, falls on the floor. I'm not sure why he's laying there. Might want to get up. His team shorthanded there for a while. Sawyer Price gets the ball up to Gibson. Gibson up top to Francis Milana. Milana fakes a shot, goes inside. Met there by 3 Lancers, nothing going. Gibson tried to go inside. Pass is deflected by Peters. Araya couldn't get the engine started on time, and he traveled, failing to put the ball down before he took off.
it's interesting, Dale. We're starting to see a little bit more interior pressure from the Bears. A little bit more action in there. A little less on the perimeter. But Lancers are adjusting well.
Sean Peters for 3-point shot outside. It falls. Another 3-pointer. Sean's now up to 11 points on the afternoon. Gibson over to Araya. Araya across to Milana. Milana's got the ball, finds Araya once again with the teal green shoes. Inside to Clark, outside back to Price. Price steps back for 3, a little long. Rebounded there by Gibson, but it's a battle. It looks like it went off Gibson, and it's going to be Lancer ball. We got some subs here for the Bears. Jack Paul, 13, seeing his first action of the game. And John Milana, who did start the game, is back in again. The Bears definitely have a bit of a size disadvantage compared to the Lancers in this game. Nice little pass inside to Logan Dick, and he scores for 2. Lots of pressure there by the Lancers. They managed to turn the ball over, and Logan Dick converts. Like I said before, Cole, he's a menace on the defensive end of the floor. Again, the Bears struggling with the pressure, throw the ball out of bounds. This seems to be a regular occurrence at this point in time. 36-18 Lancers with 1:14 left here in the first half.
It's really, really close at the start of this quarter, so the Lancers have really adjusted well.
Yeah, the Lancers have adjusted well and have definitely come out to play. Lots of contact inside. Lucas Wolf manages to control his body and convert the 2-point shot. Milana, the ball fouled there by Nolan Charles. Charles got a little too excited to use his hands there. Got called for the illegal contact. Coming in the game for his first action today is Cyril Alano for the Bears. Francis Milano with the ball, number 2. Gets the ball into Alano. Alano, no good, but the ball is converted. It looked like Jack Paul had a wide open layup, but he missed it. Logan Dick looking for Nolan Charles on the fast break, fires the pass off of Bears' hands and out of bounds. 37 seconds left in the first quarter, 20 seconds left on the shot clock here. Ball's in, Nolan Charles looking to find a teammate. Finds Chase Newdorf. His shot's a little too strong. Gibson going full court and hits the shot. Fouled there by Logan Dick as well. Jameson Gibson going to go to the line for 1, as his first shot did fall, and he makes good on his free throw. Logan Dick going to come off and take a little breather. Dylan Peters back on the floor for the Lancers. Dylan across to Sean Peters. Sean Peters into Nolan Charles. Stops at the mid-range shot. Little step back shot, no good. Rebounded there by Paul. Over to Milana. Milana losing control of the ball, but Gibson picks it up. Milana with a long three-pointer. It's short and offline. No good. We've got 1.3 seconds left. Bears going to try to get one more shot left here. Going for a quick hitter here. And the ball's in. Milana shot, trying to pass it off, too late. Not gonna count, although the shot did fall. It was a little too late getting off the hands. All right, we're halfway through the 2A boys zone semifinal here in Crete, Alberta. The Lancers leading their divisional rivals, High Level Bears, by 17 thus far, 38-21 after 20 minutes of play. shorter and shorter leash. Alrighty, we're back here for second half action in the Northwest Zone 2A Boys semifinal here in Crete Public School Gymnasium. Lancers start the half with a 17-point lead over divisional rival high-level Bears.
Entertaining affair so far, Dale. It's just been a kind of high level, let a little bit loose at the end there. Otherwise, it was a pretty close game. Excited to see what the second half is looking like.
Yeah, once they broke the goose egg there about 7 minutes into the first quarter.
That's exactly it.
They've actually been all right. It's just it took them a while to get on the board.
We'll see if the Lancers can get back to that.
All right, we got Rideout back on the floor. He sat for a good chunk of that first half. Throws the ball away as soon as he gets in the game, and Sean Peters says, "Thank you very much, sir. I'll take that, and I'll cash it in for due." Rideout number 12 for the Lancers goes up, gets blocked by Chase Neudorf. Neudorf in 14 with Peters over to Neudorf. Ton of contact. Number 11, Cyril Alano for the Bears with a hit, sending Chase Neudorf to the line for another 2 shots. Chase makes good on his first of 2.
So far, he seems to be the go-to guy for scoring for the Lancers there, Dale.
Well, he does have some competition there with Sean Peters. They're both actually at 13 points right now. Second shot, no good. It's been a little more dramatic fashion for Chase, potentially. Shots from way outside.
Absolutely.
I believe the total distance of all shots made by Sean have maybe been about the equal distance from the hoop to the 3-point line in total. A bunch of layups.
Well, different styles, but they work well together.
They all count. Another foul on Sawyer Price for the Bears. That's his 3rd foul thus far. Sawyer Price, son of one of the coaches for the Bears. Lucas Wolf just grabs that from up in front of. A lot of ball movement. Shot no good by Peters. Rebounded there by Wolf. Wolf gets called on another foul. Foul there on Aiden Clark, his 3rd of the afternoon. Ball inside, Chase Neudorf, mid-range shot, no good. Gets hammered by Price. His 4th foul. He's going to go and shoot once again. Call him an unsportsmanlike foul. Chase Neudorf, first of 2, no good. He's going to shoot him one more time. Sawyer Price there, called for the unsportsmanlike foul, his 4th of the afternoon. Chase Neudorf, his 2nd, falls off the rim. He looks dejected. What a golden opportunity to score, and he was unable to convert. Looks like there's some precipitation falling from the heavens over there by the referee. Gonna try to clean up the floor. I'm not sure if that's possible considering that it's minus 20 something out there, but the sun does maybe shine brightly at this time of day. Some kind of precipitation on the ground there. Great job done there by Lancer staff Matt Stalker, getting on his hands and knees, scrubbing the floor.
Lancer legend.
Lancer legend, who may have been blocked by our color commentator here at one point in time in a Sunday ball game.
There's some phenomenal footage of that. Absolutely.
I believe there's a t-shirt commemorating the event as well.
Yep. On sale for anyone interested.
All right, I think they've got their problem solved there, at least for the moment, for the time being. All right, here we go. We do have Lancer ball. Nolan Charles up top to Dylan Peters. A little extracurricular break there for the players on the floor. Chase Uter up top to Charles. Charles, a three-point shot. It is pure and good. Falls for two. Sorry, three-pointer. Charles there, defensive pressure. Milana gives the ball up. Dylan Peters into the layup, and he converts and is fouled. He is fouled there by number 6, Jamison Gibson. His second foul of the afternoon. Dylan Peters to the line. That hoop was actually his first points of the afternoon. Off the score.
He's been more of a defensive presence so far this
Absolutely.
game.
Unable to convert on the free throw attempt. Tries to throw the ball off of Rideout, and he was successful in doing so. It's going to be Lancer ball. A little creative action there by Dylan Peters. Maybe a few things he's learned in Physics 30 class came into effect there. Dylan Peters for three in the corner. It's no good. A little short. Gets his own rebound, however, and unable to come up with it. It's a bit of a scrambly play here. Ball on the floor. Two guys on the ground. Jump ball. This is going to go away of the possession arrow, which I believe is going to favor the Lancers. Sorry, never mind. We got blue ball coming in. A little confusion there on the all right, here we go. Steven Rideout cuts the ball in, or Nathan Rideout, sorry. Steven being his dad, coach of the game of the Lancer or the Bears. Aiden Clark goes in, gets fouled by Dylan Peters. Dylan Peters with his first foul of the afternoon. Aiden Clark's going to go to the line.
Seems like Clark's been the biggest competition for Lucas in the paint there. He's been getting some pretty important offensive rebounds for the Bears.
Clark's played hard this afternoon. Got to give him all the credit where credit is due. He's been a motor for the Bears, for sure. Started a little slow, but once he got going, he's been effective. Peters with the ball. Looking inside, going to the right side over to Chase Neudorf. Neudorf inside to Wolf. Met there with all kinds of contact, loses the ball, but up to Chase Neudorf. Three-pointers off. Rebounded by Araya. Araya go over to Rideout. Rideout on the left side. Crosses over Chase Peters. Trying to get past him. Sean Peters, sorry. Not being fooled. Rideout with a pass. Deflected there by Peters. It's going to be Bears ball once again. We have a couple of Lancer substitutes here. Nolan Charles and Chase Neudorf are going to check out in favor of a Logan Dick and Cade Neudorf. Clark over to Araya. Up top again for Alana, the older Alana. Or Milana, sorry, my bad. Clark inside to Araya. And there's a time or shot clock violation. Good defense there by the Bears. I think by the Lancers. The Bears may be a little unaware of where they were at in terms of the shot clock. It's a full house here at the LCPS Gymnasium this afternoon for this zone semifinal game by these two FVSD division rivals. Cade Neudorf lines up a three-pointer up top, and it falls. Good for three. Chase Neudorf, Cade Neudorf, sorry, with his 5th point of the afternoon. Cade Neudorf was the top scorer of the Lancers last game, the first game of the zone tournament. Clark inside, around Wolf, his shot no good. Rebounded there by Wolf. Wolf looks for an outlet, finds it in Dylan Peters. Peters inside, a little fake inside, shot way off line. Expecting some contact there, unable to convert. We've got Alana met there by Logan Dick. Ball is scrambled, guys on the ground. Bell stays alive. Great shot there by Gibson. He converts for another two. Cade Neudorf now up top. Looking over to Peters. Lancers start looking to swing the ball. All kinds of pick set there by Wolf. Peters with a little shot, a little too strong. Rebounded by Araya. Araya picked up now by Cade Newdorf, who goes inside. Big Euro step, and it is good. Araya, 2 more points for the Bears. Peters, lots of contact there by Gibson, no call. Ball inside to Wolf. And number 11, Sorel Alano with a push on Wolf. That gets called on the foul. We are in bonus, I believe. And so therefore, Lucas Wolf is going to go to the line for the Lancers. Awful early to be in the bonus here in the second half.
Absolutely.
We still have another 60 minutes left in this quarter. Of course, the Lancers are going to want to turn this into a free throw making contest. Definitely favor them at this point in time.
That's what's going to happen if you don't play discipline.
Wolf goes 1 for 2 at the line, unable to convert on the second shot. We've got Ty Gonzalez in the game for the Bears. Clark block over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez inside, back up top for Milano. Milano over to Araya and to Rideout. Rideout with a fake shot. Newdorf not buying it, and another shot clock violation on the Bears. Great defense by the Lancers.
Absolutely shut down.
Shut down defense by the Lancers. Dylan Peters now with the ball, directing traffic. Gonna try a little 3-2 push here. Cade Newdorf going to the far side, and nothing there. Sean Peters' little teardrop shot is unsuccessful. Rebounded there by Rideout. Rideout inside. I believe is going to get called. Oh, foul there, sorry. Foul there called on Sean Peters. His second foul of the afternoon. Alano looking to inbound the ball for the Bears. Gets the ball into Clark. Clark shot fake is bitten there by the Lancer defender, but passes it off instead of shooting. Alano over to Gonzalez to Rideout. Rideout three-pointer is a little long. Rebounded there by Dylan Peters, and he's going to try to get the ball pushed up here for the Lancers. Cade Newdorf in the corner. Looking inside up top for Jackson Bamman over to Malcolm Weller. Weller looking for Dick, but his pass is a little misguided there and goes out of bounds. We've got a few substitutes coming off for the Bears. Alano and Clark leaving to get a breather. The younger Francis Milano into the game, as well as Jack Paul, number 13 for the Bears. Three-point attempt there by Gonzalez is no good. Rebounded there by the Lancers. Jackson Babb with the ball in his hands. Looking to go inside. Ball is knocked off his hands. And it's going to be Bears ball. Orado brings the ball across, communicating there with Francis Milana. Orado steps through, a little short on his runner. Dylan Peters gets the ball up. Long outlet pass to Logan Dick, and he converts on the layup for another two.
There he is on the fast break again, Dale.
Logan up to 8 points now in the afternoon. He's been effective in the few minutes that he's played. Logan's got great hands. Gonzalez inside to Paul. Paul out to Araya. Araya around Weller. Up top to Milana. His three-pointer is off. Weller with the rebound over to Bamman. Bamman gets the ball across to Peters. Peters in for the layup, and it is off the rim and out. Rebounder, however, by Weller. Weller over to Newdorf with a shot. It's off the rim. Rebounded by Dick. He goes up. Ball slapped out of his hands. Gets the ball back. No good. Back up again by Peters. And he gets hit and going to go to the line for two.
Absolutely vicious in the paint again by the Lancers.
Foul there by Andrew Araya, his second of the afternoon. 2 shots here by Dylan Peters. He's been about 50% from the line today. His first one is way offline, and the wind must be blowing pretty heavily from the west. Dylan Peters gets thing alive, has it fall through.
Quick adjustment.
Good adjustment there. The winds died down, and the shot fell through. A ride out, trying to get around Dick, does so effectively. Dump inside to Gonzalez. Gonzalez, 2-point shot, no good. Pass off to Peters. Ton of contact, no call. Peters inside, dishes it off to Neudorf. Back up to Dick. He goes back inside, sees a mismatch there, gets it to Peters. It's in and is good. 2 points for Dylan Peters. Great pass there by Logan Dick. Rado gets the ball across half here. Behind the back around Dick. Dump pass into Paul. Paul misguides his pass. Picked off by Logan Dick. Contact there by Milana. Milana body checks him into the boards, forgetting that he's playing basketball and not hockey. And he's going to be called for a foul there. Logan Dick is going to go to the line. What am I saying here?
Definitely would not want to try and cover Logan on the fast break. That is for darn sure.
He's quick and strong. And he makes good on his first of 2 free throws.
And he has been automatic on the turnovers today. Most of the Lancers on the front of the defense have been, but especially Logan, key on the turnovers.
And Logan converts on both free throw attempts from the charity line. He's up to 10 points on the game in double figures. Milana over to number 4 for the Bears. That's Sheldane Blake making his first appearance. Nolan Charles now with this call on the foul, his second of the afternoon. Francis Milana inbounding the ball over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez over to Blake. Blake back to Gonzalez, ball through his hands. Strong defense there by Jackson Baman, but Gonzalez around, a little teardrop shot, no good. Rebounded there by Weller. Weller back up to Dick. Dick's gonna go to the hole himself, loses the ball. Out to Charles. His 3-pointer attempt is no good, a little short. Ty Gonzalez with the ball now in his hands. He's across half over to Milana. Milana inside to Jack Paul. Jack Paul for 2. Rebound, no good. We have Nolan Charles with the ball in his hand up to Logan Dick. Dick finding Weller. All kinds of contact. Unable to finish. Gonzalez now met there by Charles. Slows things down for the Bears. Looking inside to Paul. The ball is picked off there by Cade Neudorf. Neudorf stepped through, left-handed layup, and it is good. Cade Neudorf with his 7th point of the afternoon. 1:44 remaining here in the third quarter. Jackson Baman guarding Blake. Blake gets the ball in there to number 9 for the Bears, which is John Milana. Francis Milana, a little shot, no good. Rebounded there by Weller. Weller to Charles. Charles gets the ball in the corner for Cade, but it got picked off there by Francis Milana. Francis in, Jackson Baman there. Great little reverse pivot shot. It falls through for Francis. His 5th of the game. Foul on number 4, Sheldane Blake, his first of the afternoon.
And the bonus seems to be really hurting the Bears right now, Dale. The fact that every single foul is going to the line now, Lancers are taking advantage.
Well, we're now nearing the end of the third quarter. Halfway through the second, it was a 4-point game.
Yeah. Really, really quick turnarounds. Perimeter was opening up a little bit for the Bears in the second quarter, and now it seems as though the Lancers are back to lockdown defense.
And Cade Neudorf converts on both free throw attempts. And the Bears back with the ball in their hands here with Milana. Milana goes through the middle, nothing there. Gonzalez back over to Milana. Milana 3-point shot, it's a little off. Rebounded there by the older Milana. Milana over to Blake. Blake trying to find Gonzalez. That's picked off there by Malcolm Weller. We're going to try this all over again. 19 seconds left on the shot clock. Francis over to Ty. Back over to Francis. Francis Milana, a little mid-range shot. Is a little short, no good. Rebounded by Jack Paul. Contact, football falls off the rim. Rebounded there by Charles. Charles up to Jackson Baman. Baman to Weller. Weller into Dick. His shot's off. Fight for the rebound. Swatted back out there by Weller, but pass intercepted by Jack Paul. Paul trying to control the ball, gets it over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez up top to Fred Milana, to Blake. Blake looking inside, gets the ball to Paul. Paul loses the ball. Weller's got it now. He's coming on the right side, passes it over to Dick. Dick last second. Layup is good. Logan Dick converts in the fast break for the Lancers as the time expires at the end of the third quarter of play. It's Lancers 63, Bears 28. 35-point lead for the Lancers. Things are seemingly in cruise control here in their efforts to secure their bid into the final game against the awaiting Sexsmith Sabres.
And that third quarter couldn't have gone any better for the Lancers. I think a lot of quick transition interceptions. They let off of the full pressure a little bit, but even still, they are absolutely quick on the pass. A lot of quick turnovers, quick transition points.
I think another thing to keep in mind here, Cole, is the fact that it's 2 o'clock in the afternoon. We've got a final game coming up here in about 5 hours' time. Coach David Harder is definitely being mindful of ensuring that his big guns are going to have gas left in the tank later on this evening.
Yeah, but the Lancers have a nice deep bench, and so we're probably going to see a couple of the subs, couple of the grade 11s come in and run the show into the fourth.
Well, I think if they had dreamt this up earlier today, saying they had a 35-point lead after 3, they would have been absolutely satisfied with that thus far.
Absolutely.
It's been a good game so far. Again, in our other semifinal that we just had prior to this game, Sexsmith Sabres taking care of business against the Peace High Nomads, winning in convincing fashion, and they too very mindful of their starters getting some rest on the bench. So we should be in for what will likely be a dynamic final game, a rematch of the Northern Bear final as well as last year's zone final as well.
Absolutely. Rematch of the Hoop Classic as well.
The last 2 years, it actually has been the Bears and the Sabres, or the Lancers and the Sabres, in the final here at the zone tournament, with the Sabres coming out on top and earning that postseason berth to the two-way provincials. Lancers are hoping that this year is going to be a little different. Provincials being hosted out in Peace River here next weekend, I believe by Peace High Nomads, if I'm not mistaken. So Peace High, who will be playing for bronze after a little later this afternoon, will be hosting provincials. All right, we're underway here. We're way deep in our bench here. Roman Lowen, grade 10 redshirt freshman, is in the game. Number 21, ball in his hand, over to Jackson Babin, number 4. Over to Lowen. He's got a quick step.
Great feed as well.
Roman Lowen making his short time effective, scoring on his first free throw or field goal attempt. Lowen again going to the hole once more, loses control of the ball, picked up there by Sawyer Price, who had to exit the third quarter fairly early with 4 fouls. Milana blocked there by Neudorf. Neudorf with the ball, trying to man up the ball. Goes all the way. Pass is deflected, however, by Jack Paul. He was looking for for Jackson Babin on the play there. Lancers going to inbound this one more time. Weller over to Faulkner. Faulkner thought about it. Over to Lowen, back up to Babin. Babin to Weller. Weller 3-point shot. It's a little long. Rebounded there by Milana. Jackson Babin thinking about getting the ball there from Francis. Thought better of it, however. Ty Gonzalez has the ball, deflected there by Jackson Babin. Roman Lowen there to pick up the garbage and puts the ball through the hole. His second field goal made. Roman Lowen, very effective in his few minutes here.
You know you got a good program going when your red shirts starters are, or your red shirts are contributing that quickly.
Milana up top for Gonzalez. Gonzalez is looking for Price. Price shot short. Rebounded there by Weller. He is a rebounding machine. Jackson Babin, the ball across the line, looking for Cade Newdorf. Newdorf looking inside, nothing there. Over to Roman Lowen. Roman with the ball, looking to see what he's going to do. Thought about a few different ideas, gets the ball over to Newdorf. Newdorf inside, swing ball out to Weller. Weller for three, off the mark, a little long. Rebounded there by Sawyer Price. Price across half court. He's got Jackson Bama one-on-one. Little pass there, looking for Francis Milana. Intercepted by Malcolm Weller, but he cannot contain the excitement and double dribbled.
Tough, great interception though. We'll focus on the positive there. Great interception, and just a little slip up.
Already Jack Paul over to Ty Gonzalez. Gonzalez calling for directions up top, over to Milana. Milana, three-point attempt, gets a little off. Rebounded there by Malcolm Weller, up to Roman Lowen, looking to push the ball. Finds Jackson Babin, a little two-foot shot off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Cade Newdorf, no good. Rebound again. Ball's up there, no good. Three opportunities, Lancers unable to convert. Milana across the line. Francis hit a little teardrop shot off the rim, bounces around, no good. Rebounded there by Cade Newdorf. This has turned into a track meet, ladies and gentlemen. Cade Newdorf looking to walk around Ty Gonzalez, loses control of the ball, and it goes out of bounds. We're going to go back on defense here, Lancers. Everybody gets a chance to breathe for a moment. Felt like a horse race out there for a few minutes.
Absolutely. Fast break after fast break. It's fun to watch.
Sawyer Price, number 14, the Bears on the right side. Looking across court to Gonzalez. Gonzalez inside to Paul. He's met there by two Lancers immediately. Loses control of the ball. It's going to go Lancer away here. Weller looking to inbound the ball back over to Babin. Jackson Babin finally able to play again. He was injured all season with a bit of an ankle sprain of some sort. Roman a little lackadaisical in his effort there, loses the ball. Picked up there by Milana. Into Gonzalez, and it falls through for two. Couple shots falling off the rim there for the young Lancers on the floor. Gonzalez behind his back to Milana. He had no idea that pass was coming his way, and he was not ready for it, and it fell out of bounds. Must have been deflected there by the Lancers.
The tough thing about a no-look pass is if you're not looking at it.
Yeah, you got her. Price in the corner with the ball now, looking up top to Milana. Francis trying to get around Babin, met their good defense. Ty Gonzalez, he's up, three-point shot, in and out. Rebounded there by number 9, John Milana. Bounces it off his foot and out of bounds. Oh, never mind, sorry. Referee Chad Pike says it was actually off a Lancer there. Get the ball back to the Bears with 14 seconds left in the shot clock. Ty Gonzalez up top, over to Price, over to Paul. Paul loses the ball off the hands of the Bears, and this will be the Lancer ball.
Bears seem to be rotating the ball pretty well on offense, but they just cannot get that final shot. Cannot get the dagger.
Unable to get the ball inside, really, Cole, is what the thing is there. Roman Lowen over to Babin. Babin over to Newdorf. Newdorf thought about a shot there, was able to do so. Trying to get the ball to Faulkner, but his pass is intercepted there by Paul. Gonzalez now over a half-court line. Gonzalez over to Paul, but that was intercepted by Weller. This time there's no double dribble. He goes in for the layup, and it's good. Malcolm Weller is on the board, ladies and gentlemen.
That is how you learn from your mistakes right there.
You got her.
No double dribble this time.
Francis Milana, number 2 for the Bears. Over to Gonzalez. Gonzalez over to Price. Price inside. Contested there by Newdorf. Weller goes in for the layup, no good. We've got a foul there on Quinn Faulkner. And Coach David Harder for the Lancers wanted to slow down this track meet a tad bit, maybe get a few substitutions in the game, draw things up on the planning board there, see what they could do for the last few minutes of the game here.
Well, we had about a 3-minute stretch there without any shot or any timeouts, any stops and
stoppages of play is what we're looking for there, Cole.
Yep.
Since I'm diving into the vocabulary bank here today
A lackadaisical kind of threw me off guard. I can't lie to you. I can't lie to you.
Probably watched too much sports in my life.
Or just enough.
Or just enough. There we go. It's been a fun game, ladies and gentlemen. Lancers leading by 39 right now. And probably the better part of the game is the fact that we've been able to dive into the very deepest part of our bench.
And they're producing though. I mean, you got two big players there. You got Roman Nolan, who jumped in really, really quickly, and Malcolm Weller. I mean, just super quick on the turnovers. Had the little double dribble, but he made up for it right away on almost the identical play, and took it home.
Yeah, no, Weller was great on the defensive side of things. He rebounded the ball really, really well. Oh, we're going super deep here. We got 20th year Pierce Alcos making his Lancer debut here at the zone tournament. Pierce has been another red shirt on the team this year. Grade 11 student. Loves basketball. He was also the DJ last night over here for all of you with hearing issues right now. He is the one that is at fault for that. Sawyer Price at the line. First of two is no good. He's going to try this all over again. Sawyer Price. Second shot, a little strong. Rebounded there by Alcos, but it's fought around. It's held for a hell ball. Number 3, Andrew Oriah, battling there with Pierce Alcos. And the possession arrow favored the Bears. Sawyer Price looked up a three-pointer, got inside over to Blake. Blake over to Oriah. He's guarded there by Roman Lowen. Faulkner there. And unable to stop. It was Milana there that scored the point. Jackson Mammon gets the ball over to Faulkner. Faulkner looking to go inside, but he had misjudged where that line was and stepped on it, I guess. Out of bounds, Lancers. We have a lot of grade 10 and 11 students on the floor for both teams right now. This could be a preview of things to come here for next season. Many of these boys actually played together in the Infinity Club basketball team last season on the U15 team. Number 14, Sawyer Price, as well as number 2, Francis Milana, and now Ty Gonzalez, who was in the game earlier. Definitely played with many of the Crete students on that team last year. Francis is a guy that can score quickly and has shown that here in the last few minutes of time. Bama picks up the ball over to Lowen. Faulkner looks at shot from there. Alcos looking inside over to Weller. Weller managed to control the ball. Weller goes up inside for 2, and it's good. Malcolm Weller with a strong move to the hoop, and he scores his 4th point of the afternoon.
It was a heck of an approach too. Not the biggest guy on the team, but he played big there.
He sure does. It's nice to see Malcolm back on the floor. He had a bit of a mishap yesterday where he got caught up in some extracurricular activity and hit his head on the knee of another gentleman and couldn't finish the game. It's nice to see him back playing again today. No worse for wear.
He plays fierce, that's for sure.
Lancers looking to inbound the ball here. Weller looking for someone, finds Jackson Babbitt, and he converts for 2. Jackson Babbitt is on the board, ladies and gentlemen. He's got his first 2 of the game. Number 4 for the Lancers. And the pass inside by Price has been picked off there by the Lancers. Number 5, Quinn Faulkner with the ball in his hands. Faulkner over to Babbitt. Babbitt going inside, little mid-range shot, a little strong. Rebounded there by Weller. Weller goes back up, all kinds of contact, no call. Milana goes inside, met there by a host of Lancers, but managed to score. Again, like I said, he's good going north-south with that little runner in the paint. Roman Lowen looking inside, little spin move around, no good, gets his own rebound, back up to Faulkner. Faulkner lines up a 3-pointer, a little strong. Pierce Alcoson there looking for a rebound, unable to come up with it. Oriah now for the Bears with the ball in his hand. Oriah goes looking inside. Blake, three-point shot is way off, rebounded by Weller. Weller over to Blake, or sorry, to Jackson Bammon. Bammon directing traffic here for the Lancers. Over to Roman Lowen. Lowen, I'm sure what he wants to do, but he's going to aim up a three-point shot. And splash it, ladies and gentlemen. Roman Lowen is a sharpshooter from out there. First-year student here at Crete Public School. He graduated out of Buffalo Head Prairie last season, where he finished his grade 9 year. Roman Lowen, probably the best shooter in all of junior high basketball last year in the FESD. Over now with the Lancers this season.
Exciting look for next year. Could be
an impactful player for the Lancers for sure. Pierce playing some strong defense there on Price. Blake for another three-pointer. He seems to like that bank shot off the backboard, but it's no good. Rebounded there by Quinn Faulkner. Looking to
unconventional but close.
Yeah, both times falling off the rim. We got a minute 15 left here in the game. Jackson Bammon with the ball. The Lancers with the perfect 50% more, or double the amount of points more than the Bears, 76-38. In a game that just has not really been close right from the get-go.
Well, apart from that little bit in the second quarter, yeah, the Lancers have really shut down defensively. I mean, that first quarter was just phenomenal, holding for the first 7 minutes without any points, and then lost the track a little bit in the second quarter, but jumped right back in.
Blake off the backboard again, and this time he converts with his first basket of the afternoon. Blake off the backboard. Something we've said a few times through this quarter. Alcos inside, he's unselfish, gives it over to Malcolm Weller for a two-footer that spills out. Malcolm cannot believe his eyes. He's not wearing his glasses. That might be the reason why. Blake in the corner, intercepted there by Bammon. Bammon looking to push the ball. He's got someone. He's going to step for a three-pointer. Never mind, over to Weller. Weller, another layup opportunity, and this time it falls through. 18 seconds left. This game is all over but the formality. Lancers victorious this afternoon and have punched their ticket into the zone final against the Sexsmith Sabres. Thanks for tuning in, ladies and gentlemen. Fantastic game there by the Lancers. We'll see you again a little bit later on this evening.